Okay, hello everyone. It is April 21st. Sorry, I didn't even know the date. Is that bad? So tonight we're going to talk about a few things. So we were originally planned to talk about, our how to grow a rock star team, but I also wanted to add in something else. I know you guys have been struggling with, and it's something I struggled with, I will say, up until last month. It's how to grow your network, right? So let's just dive in tonight. I know it's a huge question. I will say probably everyone on the team has asked me multiple times, so I'm glad that we're doing a call on it. So how to grow your network is huge, right? So when you first get started as a coach, you're supposed to make your hundreds list, right? That's all people you already know. So you're going to easily, if you're doing, your 3 to 5 people per day, just talking to people, you're going to blow through that list really, really quickly, right? So I want you guys to then think outside the box. It really starts with you guys not just following a system, but being creative, okay? Let your mind wander. Do your personal development and just think of other ways where you can help people, okay? I'm taking my glasses off. They're blurry. So I will say for me, it all started with at Super Saturday. I was there and I was learning from this coach, Elizabeth Harkey. She's a local coach. She just hit 10-star, and I'm like, okay, clearly this girl knows what she's doing. She's from a small town, just like I am. I knew she knew what she was doing. If she jumped, I remember my first Super Saturday, I heard her speak exactly a year before, and she just hit 2-star. And she jumped to 10-star the next year. So I knew this girl knew what she was doing, and I needed to learn, So it came to the Diamonds meeting. I heard her talking for the past, 2.5 hours, and she was leading the Diamonds meeting. And I'm really shy because I didn't know. They were like, okay, one more question. And here I am, alone, my whole team left. And I'm like, I have a question. I never ask questions. And so I asked her, in front of everyone, I said, I have a question for you. And she's like, okay. And I said, how do you have all these people? She was saying how people came to her on Facebook asking for help all the time, and her network never ran dry. And I said, so if you're preaching that, how are you making it happen, right? You can't just say it's happening and not share with us how this is happening. And everyone's like, yeah, you're right. And everyone was curious too. So, let me just spotlight my video so I'm not getting distracted. Wait. Okay. Better. And so she told me that she actually does something different, and I tried it. It did not work for me, but it may work for you guys. So she goes through her Facebook friends list, and if she has mutual friends, say 50 mutual friends, she's going to add these people, okay? She's just going to simply add them and then somehow connect with them and start a conversation. Whether it's her saying hey, I like your dress, or I like your, say they just post a picture right after you add them saying their haircut, be like, hey, I love your haircut, where do you go if they're local? Most of the times, if you have so many mutual friends, they're going to be local, right? So it's easier to talk to people. Or say, I saw you in the people you may know, and I just wanted to reach out because I really like this, or I met you this time. So just make small talk with people, because just be genuine with them. That worked for me, I will say. But with having such a small town that I live in, I actually went through all my friends. So my friend Michaela, my best friend, I went through her friends list, and I added any mutual friend I know that I wasn't already friends with. That's a really easy thing to do. You can do it with your spouse. You can do it. I actually did. Yeah, I did it on Ryan's multiple times. Did you know that? Well, I did it. And so I went through my friends list. I went through my mom. Actually, no, I didn't go through my mom's, because I'm like, no, those are her people that she's going to talk to. But I went through all my high school friends, my good friends, and I just went through. I'm like, oh yeah, I met them when we all went out, when we went to a concert. I was just adding people and talking to them. And then chances are these people are going to wonder what you're doing, right? Bye. And, sorry, I get distracted. But that worked for me. Reaching out to people that I didn't know, which this coach suggested to me, that didn't work for me, okay? So it works. I know so many people that have built their team around just adding people that had a few mutual friends and just small talking. That didn't work for me. I need to somehow have connection with them. So I just wanted to share, a few different ways. That's just one way. Another way that's been working amazing for me, and I actually learned this from our upline coach. So it's you guys know Carly, she's my coach. Carly's coach is Alexis Doss, and then Alexis's coach is Lauren Kliske, okay? So Lauren did this amazing call on how to grow your social network. And Lauren was saying she has like 10 new Facebook friend requests daily. She's been a coach for over 2 years. She's at Success Club every month. And I'm like, okay, so what are you doing? I need to know. And what she's doing really clicked with me. And it's making Success Club less stressful and everything. So she funnels everyone from Instagram, from Pinterest, from YouTube, from her website, from everything, all into Facebook, okay? Instead of talking, elsewhere. So whether it's her Facebook, not her Facebook, her Team Beachbody leads, when you hit Emerald rank, you're going to get free customers from Team Beachbody. She funnels all those people onto Facebook. Okay, so those are people that you can help. All of her people on YouTube, she has her, her Facebook link. All the people that say you're on YouTube, that's fine. Add those on. Pinterest is huge. I'm actually doing a lot on Pinterest right now, and I'm still learning it. So once, maybe the next few weeks, I'll do a call on it. It's awesome. I'm literally pinning things for my dream house, for fashion, and I'm getting, people interested in what I'm doing and following me. And I just simply have, that I'm a health coach on there and my website. And my Facebook link, of course. So I'm funneling those people onto Facebook. And yes, not everyone's going to follow you on Facebook. Not everyone's going to become a customer. Not everyone's going to buy a challenge pack. But it's getting you exposure. And that's how you open up your network, okay? So Instagram too, funnel it all to Facebook. Make sure, you talk to people and say, hey, not, when those people spam, don't do that. But if you're having conversation back to back on a picture, be like, hey, are you on Facebook? I want to connect on there, or send me an email so we can chat more. I say that all the time, actually. They'll send me an email, and then on every email I send, it has my Facebook link at the bottom. If you guys haven't noticed, it has my name. It will say Sarah Chikianis. It says health and lifestyle coach, founder of Team Knockout. And then it says my website and my Facebook link. That's it. And I get friend requests from that all the time. And I'm like, who's that person? I don't have a mutual friend. They're from Instagram. And when someone adds me and I don't have a mutual friend and I don't know where I know them from, I'm like, hey, it's so nice to meet you. I always reach out and I say, are you into health and fitness too? That's another thing Lauren taught us. And if they say no, then I'm like, okay, how'd you find me? And chances are, if they didn't find you elsewhere, you're like, how do you know them, right? So maybe they're just random. That might happen, but usually it doesn't. And another thing is, make sure your Facebook is public. So everyone can see your posts, because I didn't realize my Facebook was public, but I didn't have it public so people could send me friend requests. So it was hard for people to convert from, Instagram to Facebook. I could never convert people, ever. I would say 7 out of the 10 people could never find me on Facebook. And I'm like, really? I'm the only Sarah Chikianis, I think, on this planet. So I noticed that, it wasn't allowing people to send me a friend request. So make sure you just go to your Facebook settings, make sure your account's open, and say you make a personal post someday and you don't want others to see, you can just set that specific post, for friends and family or whatever the option is. But let's be real, if you're posting it on Facebook, chances are you're going to want people to see it. Chances are, why not make it public so more people can see and it gives you more exposure. So is that all making sense to you guys? How to grow this network? So funnel everyone and anyone into Facebook, and that's going to be your means to contact them. Because chances are, if they're on Facebook, you'll have their Facebook to contact them, Facebook Messenger. You'll also have, their email maybe, or their Instagram. In order to contact them. So you don't only have to message them on Facebook. You can, say someone's not answering a message and you want to follow up with them. I was actually telling my mom, I thought this was common sense, but I don't know, I thought of it. But I realized no one else I know does it, and it's so helpful. Okay, so say you're messaging someone for a 5-day or something, or a 30-day group, and they aren't answering you. Does that ever happen? So, and maybe you tell them a price and they go MIA, right? All the time. So then I form them again, form a relationship. I'll comment on all their pictures. I'll like their pictures. I'll go to Instagram, comment on their pictures. I'll go on Facebook, comment on their pictures, talk to them, just be their friend. Chances are they'll come around, whether it's that message or in the future. That's how I've had people come around after I had someone recently come around for over a year. Before that, it was about 9 months before someone even answered me again on Facebook. Like, I know they're interested and they're just going to be watching you. Chances are, say you invite someone to a 30-day group and they don't answer you, and you do a follow-up and they don't answer you. Sometimes I think that that opportunity for that challenge group is closed and you're never going to want them in another group. Maybe they don't know that you run groups every month. You need to make sure they know that door is always open and that they can always join in at a future time. So I always tell them, so I send them a follow-up. I usually send 2 to 3 follow-ups before I give it a break, okay? And then I say, hey, I know you're probably super busy and haven't seen my message yet, even if they have, and I see they have. I don't care. I'm still going to write that. And I say, what do I say? I say, you know, the door's always open and I'm always here to help you, so I'm just a message away. Don't hesitate to reach out to me. And do you know how many people have reached out, even people that signed up back in 2013 with me, reach out saying, you know, I fell off the wagon, I've been thinking of you, and I got your email saying that the door is always open. Do you have room for me? And honestly, that means the world to people, knowing that you aren't giving up on them because they said no once. So make sure you do that, and that in itself is going to create a never-ending network, because all those people in the future, whether they already signed up, maybe your first challenger, you know, say a year ago, or your last 5-day challenger, maybe a year ago, is going to sign up as a coach next month. You don't know unless you ask them. You can't decide for someone if they're uninterested. It's all up to you guys to ask them, okay? So before I go into how to grow your team, any questions? I just want to see. Anyone can unmute? I just need some water. No? I'm trying to think if I covered everything I wanted to. Oh, I know a lot of you guys have Gmail, and I know Tanya might know more about it than me, but a lot of people are using Google Plus as a social media network to connect with people. So that's obviously another option too, and you can I think you can Hootsuite post there too, something like that. So if you have a G Plus account, why not use that as well, right? Okay, so this part's going to be a little bit shorter, but it's just about how to grow, you know, I wrote kick-ass team, but I was trying to keep it, you know, better than that. So how to grow a team of coaches, right? So we want everyone to be a like-minded group. So remember, you guys can choose who you work with. You can choose which challengers you work with, and you guys need to know that. It's okay if you don't get along with someone that, you know, you originally were going to help as a challenger. I'm not saying like push them away, but tell them, hey, like, you know, maybe this isn't a good fit. Maybe someone else can help you better, and maybe give them a name. Maybe give them a website. That's okay to redirect people, because let's be real, it's only going to work if you let it work and you have someone that you mesh with. If you're trying, you know, be friends with someone and it's not meshing and your personalities clash, that's okay. You don't have to, you know, be that person's friend then, right? It's all up to you guys. So I want you guys to know that. So same goes for when you build a team. You guys want to build a team of people you get along with. The people that, a group of people that lift you up and are your tribe. If you guys haven't already subscribe to Charlene's podcast. They're amazing. My mom can agree, right? So I actually just did a run and I was listening, and you just feel like you're her friend, honestly, when you're listening into these things. And she shares so much information about the leadership, how to grow a team of people that are like-minded, and how to, she also has podcasts on how to grow your network. That's been huge for me. And Instagram's honestly never ending. So that's something you guys need to check out, okay? Chalene Johnson, her podcast, my throat's like seriously so dry. So in order to grow your team of people, you need to constantly put, you know, that business opportunity in front of people. If you haven't invited to the business opportunity, you're basically sitting on a landmine. Like, what are you waiting for? Think to yourself, what are you waiting for? You're in your own way if you aren't inviting to this opportunity, because you guys know how much it can pay off and how many people you can help. But if you aren't sharing it, people may not know that they can join you, okay? So just be real. So say you post, I post about the business opportunity about 3 times a week in different ways, 3 to 4 times a week. That might seem like a lot, But my primary focus this year is recruiting coaches, recruiting people that I know are going to run with this business and help more people, because that's my goal, right? So Elite's on my radar this year, and that's what I need to do in order to get there. And you guys need to think, what's your goal? Do you want financial freedom? Do you want to fire your boss? Then you need to build a team. That's how you create residual income, and that's how you do this, okay? So if you are putting those business invites out there, you're going to get nothing in return. Coaches aren't going to fall into your lap, okay? Trust me, that was me. I made all these mistakes, and I don't want you guys to make them too. So I'm basically just saving you guys time right now. That's why I love having calls, because I get to share, what I struggled with. In the beginning, I struggled with building a team. I sat at Emeralds from, September 2013 to January 2014. I sat at Emeralds, and I was like, I'm building to diamond. It's not going anywhere. I wasn't sending business invites at all. Not at all. People didn't even know what the business opportunity was because I wasn't sharing it, because I didn't educate myself. If you want to build a business, educate yourself. There's millions of YouTube videos, right? Google, see what you can learn, and that's the best way to share. Say you're kind of unsure about ingredients in Shakeology. Google them. Use YouTube, and that's going to help you build your team and build your client base. So basically, educate yourself. I forget. I've been listening to seriously so much personal development. I don't even know who's who, but I guess that doesn't matter. And someone said, it doesn't start with inspiration, it starts with education. So it doesn't matter how much inspiration you're getting, whether you're coming on team calls and getting inspired. It depends on how you're educating yourself and giving yourself the answers you need and what you're going to do with that education. Okay? So what are you going to do when you get off this call? Are you going to, sit there and be like, wow, that was inspiring. Now what? Or are you going to take action and maybe send a business invite? Maybe make an Instagram post about the business opportunity. You guys have so many resources out there. Maybe you want to make a different kind of post saying you're going to do like a business mentorship. Guys, you can do that. Totally. If you don't want to run a challenge group right now, you can do a business mentorship. If you need me and they're helping you, I'm here. Okay? If anyone even wants to go out on their own and do a challenge group, I can always help if you need. I'm here for you guys. So don't be afraid to ask. I know Shelby and Tanya, we're all pairing up, so I really like those ideas. And so don't be afraid. You just have to go out there, because if you're going to wait until it's a perfect time, it's never going to happen. That's what Shelleen Johnson always says. You just have to try in order to do something that's great, because let's be real, our first time doing anything is going to suck. First time I answered an email about Shakeology, I'm pretty sure I puked on the person. But that's okay. I still sent it, right? So I want you guys to know that and use the resources you have. I know I didn't have this many resources when I first started either, because it's evolved so much in the past, year and a half, and I want you guys to take advantage of it. So these calls are for you guys. So if these calls are beneficial, please let me know, because sometimes I feel like they aren't beneficial. So if they are, let me know. And whatever you want to hear from, I like when you guys give me a topic. So that is all for now. Let me just stop.